Good morning. This is Deacon Don bringing you a short message that you may find interesting. Do you know in the New Testament there are 37 miracles that Jesus performed that are recorded in the Bible, and of course in many of those stories it mentions that Jesus healed many more people than listed there and so on. But there is another miracle that he performed that is not in the New Testament at all, not in the Gospels, not in the Acts of the Apostles, not in any of the letters from Peter or Paul, but it is written in detail. And I thought you might find that interesting. So where is it written and is it credible? Why should we believe it? It is written in detail and recorded in history in a book written by Eusebius. Now Eusebius lived from 260 to 339 AD. And he was an important figure in the early church. He was a bishop in Caesarea, which is an important city. In fact, it was Pilate's headquarters, as an example, in the Roman Empire. And he had a major hand in writing the Nicene Creed, the creed that we proclaim in church every single week. So he was an important writer of that. And then he was close with Constantine, the Roman emperor, who really helped. He basically named Christianity as the religion of the Roman Empire. And so Constantine was close and a part of that. Eusebius went on to write Constantine's biography and also a 10-book history of the growth of Christianity from Jesus' time to Constantine's time. And there's a great book about it. Here's the book on Eusebius, should you want to learn more about Eusebius. And so what did he write in terms of the miracle? Well, he writes about a King Abgar who ruled the people in what was called, quote, beyond the Euphrates, which was centered in the city of Edessa, which was was now Turkey, about 400 miles north of Jerusalem. Now, Eusebius wrote that King Abgar was suffering terribly from an incurable disease, an illness. And he heard about Jesus. He had heard about Jesus and the miracles that he had performed. And so King Abgar sent a letter to Jesus by carrier with a request that he would come to see him so he could get relief from his disease. In the king's letter, he wrote this. He said, "To Jesus, the excellent Savior, who has appeared in the region of Jerusalem, greeting. I have heard about you and the cures you accomplish without drugs or herbs. Word has it that you make the blind see and the lame walk, that you heal lepers and chase out unclean spirits and demons, and that you cure those tortured by chronic disease and even raise the dead. When I heard all these things about you, I decided that one of two things is true. Either you are God come down from heaven to do these things, or you are God's Son for doing them. For this reason, I am writing to beg you to take the trouble to come to me and heal my suffering." Jesus wrote a personal note back, telling the king this: "Blessed are you who believed in me without seeing me. For it is written that those who have seen me will not believe in me, and that those who have not seen me will believe and live. Now regarding your request that I come to you, I must first complete all that I was sent to do here, and once that is completed, must be taken up to the one who sent me. When I have been taken up, I will send one of my disciples to heal your suffering and to bring life to you and yours." Now, after Jesus' death, resurrection, and ascension, the Apostle Thomas sent Thaddeus, one of the, quote, 70 disciples that followed Jesus. So Thomas sent Thaddeus to Edessa, and he fulfilled what Jesus promised, healed Abgar and his son who was suffering from a different disease. After the healings, King Abgar assembled his citizens and ordered that gold and silver be given to Thaddeus. However, Thaddeus refused, saying, "If we have left behind our own property, how can we accept that of others?" So you can find this story and other more fascinating information in various books. And again, this book I highly recommend by Eusebius, who's called the father of church history because of things such as this. Thank you, and God bless.